Let's get into the Northeast Regional Security Council because yesterday they started a search for displaced victims of violence in 2 communities in the Bunkprugu-Nakpanduri district. More than 1,500 residents fled to live in their farm fields and unknown bushes after both communities were burnt down in renewed chieftaincy and land violence. Let's get you that report in the conversation right after.
The 2 communities were attacked and destroyed separately in February 2 months ago. Firstly, at Bunkprugu, which is near Bindi along the Nakpanduri-Bunkprugu road. The attack occurred on February 5th and 8th, 2025, following renewed land and chieftaincy disagreement between members of the 2 mobile clans in the community. Members of one of the clans returning from a chieftaincy installation ceremony on February 8th were said to have been attacked on their way by unidentified armed men. In retaliation, the community was surrounded and overrun by armed attackers. The attackers burned down the whole community of about 286 households and large quantities of food stocks. When Joy News visited the community a few days ago, it remained a ghost town, with the displaced residents now hiding out in their far-flung farmlands and unknown bushes. Coincidentally, some of the residents had come to check on their damaged properties at the time Joy News was in the community, and we caught up with them.
Mbane uro ma na wo manya mango kura zia mango kakra na wo ma dia ble euro unse euro mu na ye fleba ya etia
na nkra no so mu didi ya na wo mu ye de
nkwa bia mango no wo me de bana ye miensa ye temi yi ba ko kura na ye de mankwa na ye de okini ya no banya zuwa wo penni wo betinya.
They called on the government to come to their aid.
Mbana kura uko wale obiba aba. Si abi wale na nke na we nyina wodwane a wasa yeso yeni. Ubasa blesa bi wo a onya. Sile na yesile aban.
Asem ni sie
no kura ana ye fie na wo boy na yesi kama.
Joy News also visited the Nani community, which was attacked on the 28th of the same month of February by unknown armed men believed to have come from the nearby Bimbago community. The community was attacked and all its 176 houses completely burned down following renewed tension over the controversial elevation of the Nanik chieftaincy skin to paramountcy status. 6 people were killed, including a non-native teacher, and 4 others were injured. Public services, including education and healthcare delivery, remain unavailable in the areas. According to figures from NADMO, a total of 1,642 people, including women and children, were displaced in both violence. From Bunkprugu, Elias Sotanko reporting for Joy News.
So let's get more details and clarity on this matter. We are speaking to Ibrahim Tia, his Northeast Regional Minister. Sir, thank you for joining the conversation. And first of all, how do you feel about this news coming to us this morning?
Good morning to your cherished listeners and the panelists of your station. Yeah. We got that sad news, and then we had to reconvene as a regional security committee to see how we can get the situation there under control.
Okay.
Yesterday, the whole regional security committee and then the MP for Bunkprugu-Nakpanduri constituency and the district chief executive paid a visit to the victims. We went and met them, assured them of adequate security, and pleaded with them to return to the community. As a result of that, we've kept a police post in place at Nanik. And then we also sent some food aid to assist them. We interacted with them, and then we assured them of the police security and we will be beefing up security in that area.
You started the search yesterday for 1,500 people. What have you found so far?
Oh yeah, we got we got almost to 500 people who were around yesterday, who came around, both men and women, and we interacted with them. We assured them of adequate security, and today we are engaging the opinion leaders of NANIC in a regional security meeting, and then tomorrow we'll be engaging the Bunkprugu community too in another security meeting with the REGSEC, and then on Friday, based on the findings that we've gotten, we will have a meeting with all the relevant stakeholders within the area and the overlords so that we'll find a lasting solution to the problem.
I'll hand you over back to Ben in a bit, but can you tell us exactly what started this violent clash? I see your lips moving, but I don't hear you. I don't know if you're still speaking or if you're waiting for my question, but if you can hear me, sir, I'm asking from your perception, perspective, I mean, what exactly started this violent clash?
Oh, really? It's a chieftaincy issue between the Bunkprugu community and NANIC. And that is what really started the issue there. And they are all movers. They are brothers and sisters. But just because of the chieftaincy issues that brought about the attacks in the NANIC community. And we've been engaging with the overlord of the Bunkprugu traditional kingdom to see how we can get the lasting solution to it. We held series of meetings with them, and then unfortunately it escalated. But this time around, we really intend bringing them together again to sit down, discuss with them. Yesterday when we were there, I made them understand that yes, this is the last time that we are going to meet them, and we will implement the full rigors of the laws. Anybody who fails to abide by the protocols that we are all going to agree on, we exact the full force on those communities.
And I'm reading that it's a renewed clash. That's what I'm asking. We know that, of course, it's a chieftaincy issue going on, which is it not the first time this is coming up? I'm asking for this particular bout of violent clash we are seeing. What gave rise to it this time around?
But this time, it comes on. Yeah. This time around, it came on. Nobody expected that something of that nature was coming. And these bandits, when they are preparing, you not even know that they are preparing to attack until it happened. But we know it's the chieftaincy issue that is causing it.
So that was an angle of the conversation I wanted to get to. You're saying that as chairman of the REGSEC, Regional Security Council, no intelligence was picked. No intelligence was picked that this could happen?
No, we got the intelligence and we engaged the opinion leaders there. And they assured us that nothing was going to happen and that nothing was on the ground.
When did this engagement happen?
We had this engagement in February.
We're in May.
Yeah. And then we had the engagement with them in February, yes. And after that, we held a series of stakeholder meetings with them, including all the chiefs from the Bunkprugu traditional area, even places that were not involved, but we just brought them in as stakeholders to see how we can appeal to their conscience and get this thing resolved.
So my point, Mr. Tia, is that you had this engagement in February. Good job. But we're in May. Have these engagements continued? And how come we didn't see? Because with what is happening now, you have what? Close to 2,000 people, about 1,500 people who have left their homes and all of that. It creates a problem. Some could even go to neighboring regions or neighboring areas, I should say, towns, and maybe now lodge with other people. You see what the dynamics could be. And there was no hint that this could happen?
You see, issues with chieftaincy and then security issues is not everything that we bring out in the public domain. In March or early April, I was within that area and I had to visit a number of the opinion leaders privately. I went to their homes, I visited some of the chiefs, and I pleaded with them to see how we can get these issues resolved. aside that, we've been engaging the overlord to see how we can get it. So it's not everything that we can bring to the public domain. So we've worked on it up to this point that we are now confident that these people can now return to the community. That was why we went and they agreed and came out and met us in Nanik Town. Nanik Town was completely a ghost town. Nobody was living there. But as a result of this mediation behind the scenes, that we are now getting to this conclusion, thinking that when we bring them together now, we can have a lasting solution to it. It's a process, and there is not everything that we can always bring out in the public domain.
We already have a number of these chieftaincy issues, and one of those prominent ones would be Boku, with the Otumfuo.
Come again?
I'm saying we already have a lot of these chieftaincy land disputes that we are trying to deal with. One of the most prominent being the Boku situation. We don't want that to happen again. One of the proposals in recent times has been the codification of these chieftaincy lines. I've forgotten who said it in recent times. It's not that this is the first time, but could that be part of the solution in this area, codifying so that we know the specific chieftaincy lines there are and who will be chief at which point in time? Do we have that in place?
Yeah, certainly. At the Bunkprugu Traditional Council, they are working along those lines to see how we can get the codifying of these things so that there are straight lines. And then we all look at it carefully so that it will minimize these issues on the ground. Yes, as we go, this chieftaincy institution was just there, we came and inherited it. And as time goes on, we have to keep modifying it to see how it will suit the current needs of the people. And then when that is done, and there are a lot of stakeholders involved in this, that you have to bring them together, they sit down and they agree to the roadmap. And then when you get it designed and everybody gets his input into it and they agree to it, yes, it works perfectly for the institution, and then everybody will fall in line. It's a process, and I think eventually we'll get there to nip all these unfortunate incidents on the back.
Okay, so right before Sweetie comes back, what is the next step in this process? What are you going to be doing today and maybe in the coming week as far as this process is concerned?
Yeah, like I mentioned, we're having a regional security committee meeting with all the chiefs from Nanik today. Then tomorrow we'll be having another meeting with the chiefs from Bumbago. And then on Friday, we'll be having a meeting with the palace, or we schedule a date based on whatever discussions that unfold. Then we come out with the remedies to see how we can get these issues resolved. Aside that, there are some youth groups that we need to engage to. So we have scheduled this to meet them so that all the other stakeholders will be there, and then we'll all collaborate and see how we can get this issue resolved once and for all.
You said you've seen about 500 people so far. Have you been able to resettle them back into their homes?
We are in the process. It is not easy getting all the resources to get them replaced immediately. But we are appealing to non-governmental organizations and donor agencies and the assemblies so that we can see what we can do to get them back, because this is the farming season, which is just by the corner. They need to come back, settle, and get back to their farms. Again, what we experience on the ground, we need a police post there. We've stationed some policemen there, but that is still not enough. And even to get the situation completely underground, we need a whole police post in Nanik. And
so where are they then? Where are they? Where are these 500 people you found? Where are they?
Oh, they are within the community. Yesterday we met them. We gave them some foodstuffs that we sent, and some will even be going back to. They were sending some foodstuffs there today again for them. They are currently in Nanik.
So what's the strategy to find the remaining 1,000 or thereabouts who've still not been found yet?
Oh no, certainly they are just staying by the nearby communities. And because of this conflict, most of them don't want the attackers to know where they are really located. But once we went and met them and made them understand that we've got the police post there, which will give adequate security for them, I think they will come back to the community. And based on the engagements that we are going to have with their leaders today, when the information gets back to them, they will all come back to the community.
Are you saying you know for sure the whereabouts of these people, or you are assuming that they are in the nearby communities?
No, we know where they are. Just for security purposes, we don't want to just mention the names in the public domain.
Well, thank you so much, Ibrahim Tia. That's the Northeast Regional Minister. And this is on those 1,500 people who fled their community because of renewed chieftaincy and land violence.
I just want to make an appeal.
Please go ahead.
Your channel has been putting it out there that I have not declared my assets, which is completely false. I did declare my assets on the 20th of March. And I have my slip. Unfortunately, it's not with me here. I would have flagged it for you to see.
Oh, okay.
So the Fourth Estate lied. I said they lied. And even when they did, they should have cross-checked for me. Oh, we have realized that you have not done this. Is it true? But they didn't do that. Nobody reached out to me. And they kept it there. And I wrote to them, telling them that they should withdraw it. They are still not doing it. And my name is still popping up. I'm a very obedient servant. I will never flout the laws of His Excellency. So I just want that to
this is a great platform for you to make that correction. So correction well noted. Thank you, sir, for joining us this morning.
But Mr. Tia, while we thank you for doing that and for being a law-abiding citizen, we must also state that the information was sourced from the Auditor General's, outfit. And in fact, I think one or two people have come out to say they have their receipts. So it has to do with the Auditor General's, department also updating its records, which we would fall on. But thank you so much for that clarity, sir. And that is Ibrahim Tia, Northeast Regional Minister, joining us for a conversation. We take a breather. When we come, still to come, we'll be telling you a bit about the conclave, which starts in Rome today, among other very pertinent matters that hit home. You want to stick and stay? We'll be back.